Hello. I haven't eaten dinner yet, I realize, so I'm gonna order food in the middle of this. Also, I might be getting up and running downstairs very often, considering it's Halloween and there are trick-or-treaters. So yeah. Uber Eats isn't delivering it, also I'll do a favor and wait like another 3 hours for my food to get here. I can understand not wanting to drive in the rain, but yeah, expect longer delivery times than usual. And increased delivery fees. Yeah, it's me, Sans Undertale. So give me 1 minute, I'm gonna order my food and then yeah. Let's see. Bingo! Where's Sebby? There's Sebby. Kyrock with 45 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. With a saying DoorDash is greater than Uber Eats. Also 45 months. Habween. Kyra Sneck. I don't care if it's got higher delivery times. I really want to eat something. Okay, well, hang on, I want to edit that. Hold on. Stop. Everything is going wrong. Any kids yet? Yeah, we've had some trick-or-treaters come here. Bingo! Gasnick 5! Thank you for the 31 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah! Okay. All right. Looking good. Yeah, I understand that it's... What? Okay, I guess this is working. Okay. 500 bits from Arch Frenemy saying, Happy Halloween, Tom. Happy Halloween. Oh yeah, no spoilers. No, like, spoilers of things that haven't happened yet. Matthew Lamphiere with the 100-bit saying PK Starstorm! Canonically, Ness can't do that, but apparently he was taught it by Pooh in Super Smash Brothers. According to, like, maybe... According to Paula's trophy, that's how he was taught PK Thunder and PK Fire. Zulo with the 100-bit saying, I don't know how much you know about this game, so I'm gonna say, if you go for the first girl you meet route-wise, I'm gonna be mad. Okay. NJ Ski with the 3 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. One. Time Dragon Lord with the 2 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. With a message saying, why you do this? Because I've never played this game before. Also, there's a warning on the screen right now. Let's get into the game right now. That says that I am 13 years of age and that I consent to exposure to highly disturbing content. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna, there we go. Increase my size here a little bit so you can see me just a touch better. I feel like I've been shrinking the webcam more and more. I need to figure out. 10:50 minutes from my call pause saying, been sick the last few days, resting up. What are the chances I get sick the weekend before the Monday I had off? Tom Welp. Anyway, happy Halloween. What I wouldn't do to have the Proton Lucky emote for this. And spoilers, hints, aliens, hints, and spoilers. Why is the game not full screen? Because it default doesn't start off full screen. Text speed will do that. I don't know what auto forward time does. Okay. Doki Literature Club. We've got Ponytail Girl, Short-Haired Girl, Long-Haired Girl, and Pigtail Girl. Bingo! All a variety of colors and attitudes. Ploxel with the 36 months of Prime. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah, the message saying that's a lot of months. That's a lot of months! Bingo! And And Luffy D. Main with the 10 months of Prime. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. All right, new game. Please enter my name. You know what? I'm gonna put myself in this personally. Ness. No, we'll go with Tom. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making, today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again, but I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tom.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Tom, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
I told you already.
No, that's me. I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I'm gonna, you know, what is that? It's like the Japanese high school stereotype where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be the layabout, not join any clubs because I enjoy my free time too much and I don't really care about my future. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content with just being on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Dude, mood. Same, bro. Same.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
All right, all right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise to try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, then you can come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going off to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yay, let's go!
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Considering the things I've heard about this game, that might be a true statement. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit and being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room.
Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Tom, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says quietly into my ear and then turns back quietly into my ear as I just like,
you can ignore her when she gets moody! Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tom.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come, sit down, Tom. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have arranged a few desks to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Oh wait, that was the wrong one. Whatever. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. Steel Bouncer, thank you for the... Where's Sebi? There he is. Thank you for the 6 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah, the message saying, hey, 6 months. Also, cupcakes, yoy. Yoy indeed. Yes! Yeah!
It's delicious.
Oh, sorry, she was talking with her mouth full.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. Not for you, you dummy.
Hold on, trick-or-treaters. Well, I just gotta be a good neighbor. Was someone posting bread while I was gone? That's a Jeff thing. Hold on, I swear I saw somebody. Yup, that was Jeff's bread emote. Where is he? I think he's in his office. I gotta be a good neighbor. You know, I should post on Twitter that I'm live with the DDLC. Bingo! All right, I've twiddled. Don't panic, 444. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, setting down to the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Thunderez, thank you for the 3 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I wish I could hold my tongue better. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
500 bits from Gamer00700 saying, who's your favorite gal? Upon first glances, I've always had a thing for the shy, quiet type, so I kind of like Yuri. But Monica is very like sociable and whatnot, so I like her as well. Wait, did I miss? Hold on, history. Yeah, okay, I read that one already.
Monica's a really great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So Tom, what kind of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I feel like I'm being called out here. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Phantom SVT, thank you for the 11 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah.
She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped for something I could relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror! Oh? Why's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind! That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? But what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give it back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori slides behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes. You trick-or-treaters. I should really figure something out for when I don't have a lot of doorbell goes raid hosted by trick-or-treaters. Good lord. You posted the Lythera one, so I thought Lythera was raiding. Yeah, I got 2 in a row there. Oh, I did get a raid. Who raided me? I don't see the person who rated me. Is he streaming too? Can he answer the door? If he wants to. Oh, Super Will. Okay, that was Super Will's raid who did the. Okay, here's some small countermeasures for you. Boop. Let's get back to the literature club. After we thank Heatstruck for his 8 months of tier 1, here's a sub for your sub. Mwah.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Bingo!
Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
That random skeleton! The skeletons! It's the skeleton armies coming for Halloween! Thank you for the 15 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. And strengthen the bond of the club. I think I already read this.
Isn't that right, Tom?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Open mouth, insert foot.
Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision.
I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought... Tom...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone.
I pushed the button on my phone to look at to see where my food was. It might not come until the end of the stream, honestly.
I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over me once more.
Tom, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Tom, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she'd always stay after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. 100 bits from Hero Blade saying there's a mod to further the game and Natsuki's dad makes pops up. I have no idea what you were trying to write there, but thank you. All right. I'll proceed to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen to whoever likes the poem the most. Tragedy, cheeks, childhood, swimsuit, vivid, sensation, meager, fickle, fireworks, blanket. I'm gonna write a poem that suits me and see where the path takes me. Vivid. Uncontrollable, afterimage, fireflies, climax. Valentine, hurt, peaceful, aura, whistle, raindrops. Afterimage. I'm gonna go with raindrops. Electricity, broken, embrace, analysis, warm, extraordinary, starscape, chocolate, beauty, and family. Ah! Existential Joker with a 1950-bit saying, thinking is hard. Chocolate. Vacation, headphones, unstable, destiny, games, whirlwind, daydream, raincloud, agonizing, forgive. Games. Tears, uncanny, massacre, precious, ocean, cage, fantasy, crimson, fluffy, alone, fantasy. Vibrant, party, extreme, explode, contamination, lazy, incongruent, hair, spinning, incapable. Explode. Comfort, despise, kawaii, happiness, death, friends, silly, holiday, imagination, and tenacious. Friends. Mouse, lust, secretive, jump, together, fester, time, vivacious, memories, or special. Secretive. Secrets. Fun, sunny, judgment, sing, hopeless, vanilla. Trick-or-treaters. I think I missed them, so I'm gonna play with one earphone off. Bones, 1349, thank you for the 16 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Let's see. Sing! Kitty, anxiety, pure, disoriented, summer, skirt, feather, promise, heartbeat, rainbow. Heartbeat. Because the name of the game is Doki Doki. Shiny, unrequited, cry, pink, marriage, laugh, giggle, graveyard. Awesome, disaster. Spooky, Halloween. Prayer, question, universe, intellectual, rose, waterfall, portrait, lipstick, calm, and parfait. Parfait. Was calm one of them? Yeah. Pleasure, desire, eternity, poof, misery, disown, disarray, vitality, romance, nibble. Well, if you know me. Play, horror, charm, journey, philosophy, socks. Lucky, clouds, love, and flower. The journey. Doki Doki. I already chose heartbeat. Nature. Puppy. Puppy! Variants. Hop. Essence. Puppy. Shame. Strawberry. Fly. Cute. Smile. Milk. Adventure. Peace. Dazzle. And lollipop. Flying. Marshmallow. Covet. Boop. Boop. Wonderful, melancholy, melody, misfortune, infallible, dance and flee. Well, we can't. Not everything can be all happy and sunshine all the time. So let's go a little melancholy here. Sweet candy, Papa Bunny, pout, dark, fear, anger, loud, and sunset. It's Halloween. Ribbon, playground, heaven sent, treasure, sadness, scars, sugar, excitement, kiss, and determination. You're filled with hope, defeat, nightgown, entropy, shopping, frightening, vertigo, captive, anime, and unending. Never-ending story. I think I got a lot of those with Yuri.
Hi again, Tom. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Tom. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. He deserves any slack. See, already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan just to come here to hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Tom always gives it his best shot as long as he's having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tom can be good friends too.
Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori?
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
310 bits from Emo Girl saying, I love you, Tom. You're just coming out with all those emotions for this, huh? Thank you for the bits.
What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite not me reading that much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. And I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how you,
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear.
Once it starts to pick up,
Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just want to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange.
Bingo!
She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison.
Existential Joker with the 2 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah, the message saying 2 months of tomfoolery.
And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Tom?
No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a new strange perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in.
I want to check the food tracker one more time here. Yep, still doesn't look like anything. Still doesn't look like anything soon. Taking all the bets. Who thinks I'm gonna get my food before the end of the stream? I plan on ending at 10 p.m. Central Time.
Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? I really gotta watch for the name changes. I keep looking at just the text boxes.
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. Soon I understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I thought I heard the doorbell ring, but I feel like it would be a lot more clear with one headphone off.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah, I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. After it flips to her side, good lord. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
To turn the page.
Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, so I turn to my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it down under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Tom, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
Bingo!
Bingo! Ginny Silvara, thank you for the 9 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah, message saying, ooh, such a beautiful game, Tom. And I'm playing it on Halloween. Love blooms in the graveyard.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Huh? I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's a good reasoning.
In that case... Oh, I'm sorry.
In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh Choices. I think I'm at the point of no return here of the Yuri route. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's that there's a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read it.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Tom.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. Note how I went from the Yuri voice to my own voice during that exchange.
Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I I was really nervous about doing all of this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tom.
Me too. Who to show it to next? How about Monica?
Hi, Tom. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Look, I'm sure it's pronounced Monica, but I'm gonna go with Monica. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Tom. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Tom. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
Sorry, that's not Monica. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Oh, someone was saying that pronouncing it Monica was a joke. Or Monica or whatever was a joke. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her levels yet. Don't worry.
God damn it, that was me again. Yeah, I'm sure I'm nowhere near her levels yet.
Don't worry about that so much. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write down the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Jeez, this one goes on for a little while. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Huh. Someone said to save every so often, so I'm gonna do that.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it could be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep the pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Who should I show? I'll show it to Sayori. Not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Natsuki.
This is a good poem, Tom. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the club. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Tom. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry.
Bingo!
This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No!
LeBlanc Remy, thank you for the gift. Sub to Celebi Son M. Celebi Son M, enjoy your Tinder glass and emotes. There's a sub for your sub. Mwah.
Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
That's funny she says that. That is my normal breakfast. I'll wake up, pop a couple of pieces of bread in the toaster, and make eggs over easy. So that way, when once I'm done with all the eggs, I can just scoop up the rest the runny yolk with a piece of toast. I forgot that Steven had that emote with where it's the toast emblazing with the Steven Vlog logo. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This is so much fun.
Bingo!
All right, I'm gonna be looking at the food again to see where we're at right now. No update on a runner quite yet. And it's arriving about a half hour later than it initially was when I first placed the order. LeBlanc Remy, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Psychotic Sonic. Psychotic Sonic, here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. And the Lord Gojira, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Highwind14, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah.
This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But but next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's skip Natsuki.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Bingo!
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Bingo! Air241 with the 9 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah.
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it falls flat on purpose.
Bingo, Sergeant Woomy! Thank you for the 42 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. What am I saying? I resub, but to this. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm so sorry. I don't know anything about this game, so we'll have to see how that goes for me. Wait, hold on. Woomy! Is that? Yeah, that's the right one. Woomy! Fall flat on purpose. There we go.
It helps bring out the feeling of the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Tom did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Tom liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Tom appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tom started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like you guys fighting.
Suddenly, both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Tom. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them not to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Tom. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most it's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tom? Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Natsuki, Yuri, or help me, Sayori! Both of them have good points, but I do agree with Yuri more on the grounds of like where it's like poetry and art can be subjective. Like something along the lines, someone who sees something as one thing might not be the same as how somebody sees something else. So I do agree with Yuri. Chat seems to want me to go with Sayori. Use the Sayori lifeline. Choose Natsuki despite both sides. Ignore chat, this is your dating sim. This is a dating sim? I thought it was a visual novel. I'm going with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight with someone just because your opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all! Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand, Yuri.
Eh?
You're a seriously talented writer. No secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they still put, they're still putting feelings into it, and that's become something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody's taken her side. She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle it. At this point, being defiant... At this point, only... Words! She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. Bingo! History Master gifting a tier 1 sub. 2, needless exposition, needless. Enjoy your tinted glass and emotes as a sub for your sub. Mwah. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples the poem in her hand and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki.
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Axel the Inferno, think of the 2 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri! How can anyone not have gotten frustrated for being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, Tom. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful, so...
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
It was her boobs. She's stuffing.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Tom, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. Your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Tom! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Nuri and Yatsuki, yeah. Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Tom, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's... Every day is going to be... Oh, that's not me.
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. I don't know why I really hate the phrase, let's do this. All right. All right, let's see. 20 words. Clumsy. Capable nibble headphones, depression, papa, anxiety, graveyard, ocean, happiness, and play. Spooky skeletons. Cheeks, melancholy, vivacious, giggle, wrath, horror, meager, rainbow, agonizing, or excitement. With our meager existence. Universe, imagination, amazing, together, empty, infallible, friends, treasure, death, and existence. I think I got a pretty good imagination. Jesus, I'm going like all Yuri on this one. Calm, extreme, disoriented, whirlwind, shame, shopping, analysis, infinite, skirt, and cute. Aren't I adorable? Aura, hope, wonderful, heartbeat, flying, dazzle, poof, hair, ribbon, and peaceful. Well, according to everyone's favorite purple person in video games. Wonderful! Boop, twirl, peace, unrequited, chocolate, charm, bliss, kitty, bubbles, and alone. Well, I'm ignorant to the whole thing, so bliss. Melody, vanilla, fireflies, crimson clouds, defeat. Summer, daydream, fester, lollipop. Oh, I love the Addams Family, Uncle Fester. Warm, forgive, heaven sent games. Video games. Oh, but Halloween, we got candy. What's my desire, my pleasure? Everyone dance! Passion, awesome, prayer, precious, explode, promise, doki doki, insight, sweet, and kiss. I think I'm pretty passionate. Tears, nature, memories, color, spinning, Valentine, sticky, broken, fluffy, in childhood. Memories, sadness, whistle, hopeless, swimsuit, fireworks, cheer, vitality, embrace, afterimage, uncontrollable. You thought you were attacking me? It was just my afterimage. Fickle, atone, vibrant, pink, dark, lipstick, sensation, portrait, hurt, and anime. I'm feeling pretty fickle about choosing any of these, so. Incongruent, sunny, tenacious, inferno, marshmallow, disarray, kawaii, cry, laugh, and milk. Guys, let's strengthen the skeleton army with milk. Fun, lust, fantasy, jump, nightgown, feather, sparkle, captive, flee, and pure. Might as well jump. Eternity, beauty, rain cloud, lazy, determination, anger, party, vacation, whisper, and grief. Good things are gonna be happening for eternity. Pain, question, frightening, rose, unrestrained, jumpy, fear, bed, socks, and covet. Question. Loud, destiny, entropy, blanket, dream, extraordinary, landscape, lucky, email, and disown. Well, we don't have access to any tunes, downloads, or games, so we're gonna have to go with email. Time, shiny, music, breathe, sunset, tragedy, unending, climax, suicide, and parfait. Oh, that's nice. Playground, special, intellectual, family, uncandy, puppy, despise, misfortune, bunny, and disaster. Everyone's saying puppy. But after that last word, I'm feeling special. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here over these past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Tom.
Yo, Sayori.
Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
Wait, I think I misread some of those. Oh, you look like you're in a good to me. Okay, that was me saying that, not her. Yep. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. I guess it's always the simplest things with you anyway. Speaking of which,
I'm kind of hungry.
So am I! All right. I think we're approaching our limit here because it says the delivery time is estimated to be between 9:15 and 9:30. I might get food tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up to somebody knocking on the door with my food. Everyone's saying P and Pete. I ordered burgers. The 7th time Tom was associated with urine.
Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons.
Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Uh-huh. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. She turns it upside down, lets the contents spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I'm sorry, that was just me saying that. I hear giggling and I'm like, hold on, wait, we need full screen for this one. I'm like, Senpai giggled at me. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Tom to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Oh, what? Retribution? Oh, retribution. Okay. I know this game gets weird at some point. I thought that was the start of it. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Plap? Plap! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. So it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears the wrapper and takes a big bite. Oh, God. Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. I was thinking that too when she said just eat, or when I said just eat it. Just eat it! What do you think of Monika's first First off, I know you're leading me. Second, it definitely seemed like it was from the perspective of, like... I'll have to, like, go over it again, but it definitely seemed odd. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off of her.
Suddenly, Sayori leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots off away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh?
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it out since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Tom.
Monica smiles sweetly. See, this kind of thing would have never actually happened to me in high school. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Fantasy, Tom. This is a fantasy. It's true. None of this is real. Looks like everyone has started to settle down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back into her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Fancy Owl, thank you for the 3 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. I was voted most clumsy in high school. Hey, Yuri.
Eh?
I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we were reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I was kind of just waiting for you.
Oh, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with the filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug it in at the teacher's desk, then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not?
Shall we go then?
Yeah. Where are you two off to? Eh?
Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Ah, okay. I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell... Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping... Ugh. Or do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with helping involve Tom in club activities?
My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Tom.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Tom, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But if you amplify things in your head, your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Preaching to the choir on that one.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? Did I miss something? Okay, no, I didn't miss anything. I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
Tom, I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Tom, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm, wait, what? What? Hold on. When I'm making tea for, okay. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try to express myself a little more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Tom. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Tom, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Huh? Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read without my back against, I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why I should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll just go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. It's her boobs again! Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides, excuse me. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding half the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. holding it in my hand that the book is not holding, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You could have as much as you want.
That's okay, I won't take any.
Huh? Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already focused on reading again. I take my chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it.
Huh?
Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Tom.
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Well, you were just helping. It's something that friends do, right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was.
Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything.
I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression she can't even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breasts. Staring at her boobs, huh? I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers.
Okay, everyone.
Huh?
Yuri
jolts back.
It's time to share poems. Tom, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
I keep changing up Monica's voice between like a lower pitch and a higher pitch. Monica ruined the moment. Oh. Yep, still waiting on my food to get here. Might have to grab like some candy for something or other. The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I share my poem with first? Well, maybe sharing with Yuri might be a bad idea initially, just because of the awkward moment we had between us. I feel like I think Monica feels like she's being ignored, so I'll share with her.
Hi again, Tom. How's the writing going?
All right, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that. With her breasts, not her breast. Where are the breasts, though, if not on the chest? The breast on the chest with which he was staring and possibly comparing. There, I wrote my poem for the club. I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
All right, this one's good. Feels like you're getting more comfortable with your style. But the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the
wait, did I say that? No, she said that, okay.
That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her.
Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just mean I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her.
Huh? You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
Wait, really?
Yeah, fictional one anyway.
Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
It's just a hunch, but, well, there's nothing really wrong with that.
She said that, right? No, it's just a hunch, but, well, there's really nothing wrong with that. I gotta read the tops for these.
Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Okay, that made a little bit more sense until the end. See, this poem clearly displays... See a wizard with 100 bits saying, since it's Halloween, what did you wear for a Halloween costume when you were younger? Mostly I dressed up as Spider-Man until I was like 12. I remember dressing as a Pokemon trainer, the Black Power Ranger, because the black one was my favorite when I was a kid. My dad made a headless man costume for my brother that I wore for a couple years. It was the kind of headless man costume where it's like there's like a giant upper body and you stick your head through a hole where there's a fake arm coming out. It looks like it's holding the arm. So clearly this poem is expressing the bonds the binding to technology that we have. When the flashing colors of red, green, and blue are the computer. In a almost torturous way. We need to break free from our bonds of these technological means. But then, instead of loading into the computer, we need to load ourselves. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space in the paper, choosing where and how the space of your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see.
It's hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression, as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something.
Oh, wait, did I say that? She said that. Okay, always got to make sure. Hero Boy with 150 bits saying, never did Halloween as a child because my mother is a Christian woman. But if I do Halloween now, I'll be a teddy bear. That's a good costume. I guess it would depend on how you went about that.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you feel yourself facing a different decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today.
I'm gonna go ahead and save now.
Thanks for listening.
Why? I feel like my character should have responded to that. Still nothing on my food. Yuri.
Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Tom, this might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really want to give, really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I am not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess.
It probably sounds
really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects the much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistened in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. Does this seem vaguely self-harmy to you?
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's also a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a little bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poems as a...
Did the music, like, kind of, skip there for a second? Like some incorrect notes were being played?
Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them.
So why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Tom?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things.
Okay, I think I heard the note that I thought was wrong, but it was just a little like...
Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Tom.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that.
It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seemed to disappear. Let's share with Sayori next.
Ooh! I like this one, Tom. It has some nice feeling in it.
I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
It's not very helpful, you know. I have to go get some food, like actual, like just something to put in my stomach for now because I'm starting to get like tired, so I'll be right back.
Bingo!
I see you posting bread again! I also see Satoichi with the 27 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. My food did not arrive yet. I'm eating granola bars and no, these are not stuff we're giving out for Halloween. I used favor. All right, let's continue.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. It makes me feel things, and then it must be. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
Yes, I will be continuing it because this is a sub goal. And a costume or is a coincidence? It's a costume. I wear this shirt pretty often though. Not sure how that works. I'm not sure that's how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. I'm gonna be streaming until 10 p.m. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
You want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet.
Wait, was that me who said that? She said it, okay.
Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad?
Manic depressive.
I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes you have to have a little rain cloud in your head. Sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug. And it makes a nice, happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Huh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Tom. I should go write that down then.
Write that down then.
You can read my poem now, okay?
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I like to keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like bundles of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. All in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles.
Bingo!
Deeper and deeper my fingers go. That can be taken out of context. Sir Evans with the 32 months of tier 1 saying, Doki, Doki, did you know that it's the Japanese onomatopoeia for heartbeat? My heart goes Doki Doki when I watch you, but also an excitement for the Smash Direct tomorrow. Yeah. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. And they come in a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. This kind of relates to yesterday when Natsuki and Yuri got in a fight. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Let's share with Natsuki.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one.
Bingo!
But I really can't say it's any better either.
VIPs, I think you were getting 5 tier 1 subs, okay.
Bingo!
2... Wrath Warrior Wolf, Neophobos, Dragon Sun 96, Kokiri Kid 07, and
Bingo!
Hagar Topie, I'm gonna go with. Let me see how that's spelt in the gift. Oh, I'm sorry, Hagar top tier.
Bingo!
Here's a sub for your sub, everyone. Mwah. Thank you for the bingo bomb.
Bingo!
I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh? Phew what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how could someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Bum. See, I was kind of hoping there'd be like a little bit of like a twist at the end kind of thing there. All this is really doing for me is like making me sympathize with the spider lover a little bit more.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
Oh, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it.
Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps to realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. So long as you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you.
Notice me send pie. Just take down your address here, ship it off there. Here's a sub for your Twitch Prime sub. Mwah. She's Amy in this situation, yeah.
But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote a poem about something similar today. Gatsu713, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird. I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is completely different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much time more than, we won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with everyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud while to a whole room of people. Excuse me. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start an event and each put on a good performance... My eye! Just poking Natsuki in the eye. Then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. The Tombstone 23, thank you for the 2 months of tier 1. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything with Natsuki saying anything.
Let's see. Yep, the stream's gonna end by the time my food gets here. Estimated time is now 10 to 10:15. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was really good, Monica. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm up next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Ah. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you were reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe that's what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone than I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Tom liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were sort of gentle, where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Bingo! Great Saber Cat Woman, thank you for the 4 months of tier 1, saying, "Hey Tom, happy 4 months and happy Halloween. Have fun playing the Doki Doki. My heart is racing from it. Doki Doki. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah."
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We won't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Tom. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Tom lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki?
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection on what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's bobsled time. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauses. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
So, I can relate to that a little bit. Because because for me, it's a lot easier to do something like brave and confident in front of people I don't know, as opposed to people I do know who would like, carry that with me. Or carry that with them. Like, whatever I did, they would carry it with them.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I would think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess that's the case. You won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what you like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this.
All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Tom. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already. Embarrassing me like that. Hey, Gum! How's your Halloween been? Any trick-or-treaters in your neck of the woods? I remember last year when I was living at your place, we didn't get a lot of trick-or-treaters. But that was also because the porch light didn't work. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Oh, you didn't have any candy, okay. Did you answer the door when anybody knocked? Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I'm really glad this is one of those games that you save while you're making a decision. There's a few games I can think of that don't let you do that, Phoenix Wright. Still walk home with Sayori, I would walk home with Yuri. But Sayori is best girl. Well, Gum, I'm sorry to disagree with you on your opinion here. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful for turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe.
The fuck? Look, Gom, clearly you know something about this game that I don't, so I'll just have to see if my opinion of Yuri being best girl remains throughout. Fenblade190 with the 17 months of Prime saying, is it weird that I think some of your LPs were so long ago? I first subbed when you streamed Color Splash. Oh, I love Color Splash. I like Color Splash's writing. The gameplay, I wish the gameplay was more like traditional Paper Mario. But they managed to blend story and gameplay pretty well in that game. By which I mean it's still separated by gameplay and cutscenes, but they tend to like mold into each other.
Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you?
Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, this festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Dropping the beats. Cause it's the beat of the moment. Ness, no! Oh god, what did Senior Meatbox say to Calm? She's a swinging personality, my dude. Swinging! Okay. What do we got? We got pleasure, alone, excitement, extraordinary, infallible, meager, sweet ocean, and parfait. Just because I like pronouncing this word as extraordinary as opposed to extraordinary. Dark, inferno, heartbeat, anxiety, philosophy, tenacious, chocolate, bunny, warm, and headphones. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I did take a philosophy course in college. Anime, puppy, essence, bubbles, tears, unrestrained, strawberry, bed, email, and mouse. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, tears. Holiday, hurt, rain clouds, spinning, fear, imagination, treasure, incongruent, candy, and lust. Hold on. You know, I'm just gonna, I'm not even gonna look it up. I'm gonna pick it because I don't know what it means. Tragedy, waterfall, hair, pout, anger, twirl, flee, play, memories, and fickle. Extraordinary, philosophy, tears. Incongruent. If smiles ends up showing up on here, I'm gonna pick that just so it goes with tears. Tragedy, waterfall, hair. Waterfall. Peace, marshmallow, agonizing, disoriented, unending, skirt, skipping, cheeks, defeat, disarray. Like how I'm living my entire life. Kiss! Smile! Cause there's a song in Earthbound called Smiles and Tears and I'm dressed like Ness. Awesome, judgment, sunset, giggle, aura, climax, vitality, silly, kawaii, boop! I did climax last time. I want it to be fresh. Oh, I did boop on the first poem. And I think I got a sick vitality. Nature, melody, unstable, melancholy, dream, captive, love, rose, doki doki, and shopping. Like, Tom doesn't want to climax again. Good lord. Like, oh my god, you guys, let's go shopping. Contamination, infinite, vanilla, destiny, marriage, lipstick, existence, wonderful, sticky, and blanket. You know what's awesome? Existing. Embrace, universe. You know what's, Firefly, let me read the rest of these first, but I have a pretty, good where I want to go with this. Embrace, universe, fireflies, cage, frightening, cry, together, portrait, fester, and suicide. You know where the best place to exist is? The universe. Sugar, vivacious, dance, friends, raindrops, pain. Effulgent. That one I'm gonna look up because I can't even pronounce it right. It's a big word, so I'm assuming it's one that Yuri will like. Effulgent. Or is it effulgent? Yeah, it's effulgent. Shining brightly or radiant. I learned a new word. Ribbon, kitty, hop, whirlwind, comfort, entropy, misfortune, starscape, covet, ambient. Kitty. Disown, graveyard, unrequited, heart, fantasy, lazy, extreme, nightgown, whisper, and desire. And Mati with the power of heart. Landscape, fluffy, lollipop, vacation, despise, flower, cheer, joy, variance, and scars. Ska. You heard scars is ska? I like ska! Beauty, shiny, clumsy, laughing, pink, crimson, feather, question, hopeless, eternity. Well, I like the question from the DC universe. Uncanny, sparkle, jump, loud, pop, fun. Journey, bliss, lucky, incapable. My first D&D character was a barbarian, and then I had the ability Uncanny Dodge. Milk, fireworks, sing, explode, after image, nibble. Calm, forgive, hope, and disaster. I like calm. Uncontrollable, color, empty, broken, precious, secretive, romance, horror, pure, and massacre. I mean, this was supposed to be a horror game. People said it was suitable for Halloween, but it just feels like we've been having a grand old time with a little bit of weirdness in there. Amazing, grief, determination, shame, daydream, depression, Valentine, death, bouncy, and swimsuit. That's a rogue ability? I thought Uncanny Dodge was a barbarian ability in 3.5. Bouncy swimsuit. Bouncy. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Well, you're voicing me and our voice, my voice and not and Sayori's voice. Fuck it, just forget about it. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying that you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. But what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Or Monica, I guess is how they were going for that one though. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ha ha
Ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha. Nah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me.
Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face.
Huh?
You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh. Is everything all right?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else.
Well, all right. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. The conversation is already dispersed and everyone's back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she knows anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Tom, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Bingo!
Anything up with her?
Quakesire! Is that the evolved form of Quagsire? Because it's like Earthquake and a... Here's a sub for your sub! Mwah, thank you for the tier 1 sub. You know what, for Quakesire, I can give you the scream.
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down on her desk.
Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Tom. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Huh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Tom.
Me? How on earth did you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know?
Huh?
She's been so much happier since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always has been.
You're so funny, Tom. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so... Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
All right. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her? That I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand in front of my desk and sit in one next to her own.
I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Oh, that was me. That was her saying that.
I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell what I was thinking like that?
Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those...
Wait,
your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern.
(10:30 to 10:45).
Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic.
Huh?
Sorry. I didn't mean to say something so stupid.
It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all.
Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just...
well, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much.
Tom, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them.
Ah. So you think that there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match with what may be going on inside her head. She may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze.
Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you.
Were her eyes glowing for a second? I'll have to see when she looks back again, but it looked like she had like more bright purple in her eyes.
That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Kinda hard to tell.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
Bingo!
No, that was just glancing out of the corner of my eye. I do notice some red pixels on her eyes, though, that I don't think were there before. Adam DR146, thank you for the 12 months of Prime. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. I'm just saying, because I can't think of anything else to say, you will give me an egg.
As long as you're okay with it.
Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I knew it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes out to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about Sayori. We're gonna start off with Sayori this time. Just because she's probably feeling a bit neglected.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri.
Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right?
In this club? Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Tom.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
All right. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Well... We need a generic classroom and everything. Alright, let's go with Yuri.
Tom, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improvise so much thanks to you. Sorry, improve. You're really the example I was chasing after.
Is that so?
Yuri gently smiles to herself.
This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this.
I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice.
What do you mean?
Well...
Yuri smiles sadly.
Tom, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say that I really enjoy reading.
Well, that's one way to put it
anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make really good friends. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all.
People say that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, Tom. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings. All I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you. That I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done
anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Tom. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. How blunt. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I had at least one success. Wouldn't you? I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like with how things are going with Sayori, I'm about to average that out to 0 again.
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you.
Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. Oh, she wrote a poem about the end of time from Chrono Trigger. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding? I laugh. Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. The ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away.
Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems being usually cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about.
I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared this with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. Once again, I try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch.
You can, the poem is...
Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I could keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice.
You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes.
Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me.
I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we'll talk again later.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Let's read to Natsuki this time. I usually have Natsuki last, so...
This one's alright.
Alright.
Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's, anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit.
Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me?
No, gross!
Bingo!
It's not like I care.
K Shakas, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah. Gom, I didn't know you were subbed to me. See if the Tom Welp emote. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of... I don't like tsundere.
It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off.
Really? Well, if you ended up... what if you ended up just scaring me away?
That's, it's not like you would actually do that.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbows connect with my stomach. That reminds me when I got punched in the stomach by a woman. It was a bridesmaid at my friend's wedding. I think we had just left a... I'm trying to think. We went to the after their wedding. The day after their wedding, we all went to the zoo. And I thought we were really hitting it off. And then when I said goodbye to her, she punched me in the stomach. I always wanted a girl I could fight. I wanted a girl I could fight, not one who would sucker punch me.
Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all.
I was
joking.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too.
How the hell do you call that a joke? Seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki.
Anyway,
Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. All right, now where were we? 2 hours later. No food didn't arrive yet. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. Why do I want to sing this next part? I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought you'd left long ago. Sorry, Halloween candy. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. Everybody knows this part. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you dream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that I thought left you long ago. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da da dum da dum da dum da 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 da, ya da da da, ya da da da, da da dum da dum da dum da da da. And I'll be the beach that yeah, fuck it. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again.
yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write about something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. It's kind of hard to write about anything negative about the beach.
What if the beach is trash on it? I have to figure out it. Alright, I might have to figure out it. I can't. Oh, I can, okay. Gollum, you want to get burgers when this is when I'm done? If you're still here. I should be finished pretty soon. I'm gonna end this day. I don't still have my food and it's gonna get. I'm pretty sure that the runner will go out by the time the place I want to get food from closes. It's kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with the message later?
Well, yeah, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever.
I see. Psych tells me the poem Yuri showed me isn't the one she plans on sharing with everyone else. Of course, I choose not to mention that to Natsuki.
You could really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. It's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice.
Monica.
Hi, Tom. Have you thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. But whatever you do, it better be great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Your style's gotten so refined, Tom. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive.
Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
That's...
It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all of her time...
Oh, that's me saying this.
It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all of her time alone.
Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know?
All right. I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage.
You say that like I'm going to hurt her.
Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right?
All right. The lady knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmers in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. With a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sort of the same thing that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought to it.
In any way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures.
Wait. Can I? No, okay, damn it. I was hoping there was like a 3D flip effect on this, so that way I could like turn myself in various degrees there and be like, I'm 2D! And technically she is!
I think you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening when you get a lukewarm response that you put to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you what your writing is, telling you the writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring it out? Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
Seems you're right. Sayori always helps me lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little bit when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on!
Actually, she wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's all right. Seriously? Of all times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Huh?
That's a curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, you guys. I talked to her and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. We might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, Yuri can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too?
Jeez, even I can tell now. Guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I could tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? You should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Tom.
The one who's truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way if you give one of them a hand. You could probably help me. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that.
That's Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they gonna respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle baking on your own. Tom may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're making excuses for Tom to... What are you saying? It'd be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys! let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Tom to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really got the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Tom, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well. In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. Save! Cole the Wrens! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Here's a sub for your sub. Mwah.
Ooh, there's also Sayori.
Okay, so here's my dilemma. Natsuki's automatically out. Yuri I have quite the interest in. Monica I spent absolutely no time with, and I feel really bad about Sayori. So who should I hang out with this weekend? You know what? Perfect cliffhanger. This'll entice all you to come back! All right. So thank you for joining me on this wonderful quest through the Doki Literature Club. I hope you enjoyed what we've been through so far. I was told this is gonna be a good one for Halloween, but so far not a lot has come up. A couple of things that are a little off-putting, but nothing that would be like, nothing that would make me go, huh. So anyway, I received 8 gift subs this stream, which means I'm gifting 2. Let's gift some subs. Guys, I've got a tier 3 sub in my own stream. 2 gift subs. 200 mails.
Bingo!
Bingo! SS Legend and the Frost Whiz. Enjoy your tinted glasses and your emotes is a sub for your sub. Mwah. Alrighty then. In the meantime, now we gotta go find ourselves somebody to raid. But who's alive? We're gonna raid with, I'll be your beach. And we are gonna raid Chilled Chaos, who is currently playing, it looks like he's playing a game called God's Basement with his fiance. So with that out of the way, I will see you guys next time, which will probably be next week because I am going to Youmacon for the weekend. Which runs from November 1st through the 4th, and my flight is tomorrow. So I'll see you all next time. Later.